And then here's where it gets dangerous. If you don't have somebody to combat those emotions in the house with a female and a boy, if you don't have a man to say, hold up, calm down, you instilling, that boy see you. You instilling this little angry, talkative shit in this boy. Hold on, he see you now. Calm down, go in the room. I got this. Please go in the room. Yeah, I know you tough. Please go in the room. Let me talk to you, boy. Hey, listen, sometimes women just crazy as fuck. Listen, boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy. Dad, but I'm just saying, I was saying that. Listen, boy, shut your goddamn mouth. I'm trying to tell you. Sometimes, boy, you got to let these crazy motherfuckers think they right. You going to live alone or you going to be a hoe the rest of your life. Sometimes they're going to be dead ass wrong. And you just look at them and smile and say, okay, honey. And then you wait till she get that shit all calmed down and she ain't in fight mode. She ain't in cat mode. You wait till you run a bubble bath or something. Wait till you rubbing on her. Wait till it's romantic. You got her in the chokehold and you behind her. No, wait till you have her, where you can talk to her a little bit. And then you can let her know in a nice way, I ain't like the way you came at me like that. And if she a good woman, she'll understand. If she not, she'll leave. And there'll always be another woman. Not when it's an authority figure. I keep telling this boy, hey, if it's somebody that's an adult, you're not an adult, you can't be strengthened with no adults. That's not what I learned, and that's not what you're gonna learn. Now, if it's a young lady your age and she cussing at you, man, fuck you, and walk off. But you got to make sure you walk off, because these little girls now, they swinging at you. And then if you just grab their wrists or do anything, put your arm up, I guess you got to stand there. I guess, is this the new boy protocol where you get a wild, violent, toxic femininity woman? When she's swinging at these boys like that, how high you want them to have their guard? Do you want them to have the guard like motherfucking George Foreman, where they block like this? Or do you want them to have the guard, the Floyd Mayweather guard, when them girls swinging on them and shit? How y'all want them to do it? Yes, and it's not all, but some of these motherfuckers are atrocious. And they're the worst forms of any man. And when it gets dangerous is when a little boy learn that. When a little boy grow up in a household where he don't have the understanding of that, cutting someone off in a conversation, when those are things that men have triggers, and we can't use those triggers against women, but we can use those triggers against other men when we're being aggressed upon in a conversation and over talk, because then it becomes a respect thing. Especially when, if a man come up to me and say, hey, I want to have a conversation with you, let me talk, and then I'll let you talk. If I allow this brother to speak, not that I allow, but if I give you the respect of letting you complete everything you wanted to say, and then now, when I say something, you've been trained to, when you get in your feelings that you hear something you disagree with, because we're not talking to get an agreement. We're talking to understand each other's perspective, and we can agree to disagree. But if we're talking to understand each other's perspectives, we can walk away and everybody can go home. Not when you're trying to force me that you right by cutting me off and over talking me. So when males learn that, that is the worst thing in our society. And I think it's playing out in the streets. I don't do no motherfucker talking. Why not? It's safer that way. It's better that way. Families can go home that way. You don't gotta like me. I don't gotta like you. We can move around. We got niggas out here that don't really know if they're a man. They don't know if they got something to prove. It's talking like with this ego, like we got something to prove. Prove that you can build a family. Prove that you can own your house and put a gate up around that bitch. Put your flag in your yard and stand on your constitution with your family, or either by yourself, however you choose to live. But don't be out here trying to be fucking up the whole world because you got a badass attitude. And Kendrick Lamar is a positive rapper. Most of the shit he said, he giving you game. But he got to be made to feel like he got to quit. Because y'all want to hear the shoot him up, bang, bang, kill shit. They tell me, Kwame, don't attack other black men. Every fucking song you listen to is attacking black men. Your favorite artists talk about killing and bodying and smoking on somebody. So don't give me that bullshit. You just don't like me. So you gonna find any way to disagree with me. And I don't give a fuck. Shit don't make no sense. Phoniest shit in the world. I got a bitch ass nigga asking people on his page, is he gay? Some bitch ass nigga I ain't gonna say, he bought DJ Envy a leash, is he gay? You so dumb. See, that's what I'm saying. These niggas is rudimentary. A nigga so dumb. I've been calling this nigga a leash wearing bitch this whole time. So why can't I buy him a collar and send it to him as a gift since he's sticking fingers in bunkies and his wife got his bitch ass on the world tour telling everybody he cheated? He might as well have a collar to go with that fucking leash. So this bitch too dumb to understand the joke because he don't like me. So now I'm gay because I bought a pink leash. And where's the joke in that? Boy, them LGBT community gonna get on your ass, boy. I still don't understand what the joke is. I never said I was homosexual, sir. I never said I was heterosexual. I don't gotta say that. Who gives a fuck what I am? Told y'all in a couple of podcasts ago, I've been quiet tearing some ass up. I don't know what the fuck you nigga talk about. And whatever your sick mind go to in that, I got kids, motherfucker. I don't play them type of game. Nor should it be none of your motherfucking business. Y'all niggas so caught up in all this bullshit. Oh, it's okay to be gay. Oh, that nigga gay. Which one is it? You motherfucker, some double talking motherfucker. Some double talking motherfucker. You can't pick on an actual gay man, but you can pick on a heterosexual gay man for being gay. You can say he's gay, and that's a joke. But if I walk up to a gay person and say, nigga, you gay, somehow I deserve 15 years. Y'all attacking masculine men. Y'all motherfuckers ain't shit. Lucky we don't give a fuck. Cause we can smell. You smell it on you, nigga. You ain't worth it. Nobody got time for that. But man, look here, man. Men, black men, real black men.
The man be going
real black men that still got masculinity.
What's up, everybody? Y'all go check him out. He live right now.
And veins, testosterone in their blood. You guys got to wake the fuck up. You can't let company policy kick you in the ass. At least you get kicked in your ass so your son don't have to get kicked in his. Because the where this shit going right now, if we don't start fighting for the younger generation, it might not go well for us. They might got such a strong hold that they'll tear our ass up. They might fuck us up. But so what? For my goddamn son, I'm a front line for him. We can't leave something to these kids that they can't even speak no more. That is not an American thing. And I got this flag on my motherfucking hat for a reason. You can do any motherfucking thing in the United States of America with the right mind and the right determination. Yes, it's going to be obstacles. Clearly, it's been obstacles in my way for 20 motherfucking years. Clearly, I've been pulled over by the police. I've been tackled on the ground. I've been arrested falsely. Yes, those things are going to happen. But just like the great brother, is how you deal with those adversities. And we got to start dealing with adversity better instead of highlighting that shit as if it make everything else go away that encompasses America.
Come on now.
America allowed a boy that was in a free lunch line. That daddy did the wrong thing. Daddy owned 3 trucks. He was a free American. He owned 3 trucks, and you could not come on my father's land. And he didn't give a fuck what color you was. That's how free we are in America. Now, after he made a mistake, yes, A woman that did not work for 15 years. They didn't have as many programs back then in the 80s as they do now, ladies. They didn't have in 86, 87, all the programs they have now. If you listen to your husband, you was fucked up. So that's why women have such a strong hold on their independence, because of people who did it like my mother. That's why my sister couldn't stand men, because she thought she thought every man wasn't shit, but somehow she wanted men too. So I don't get it. You can't go into a situation attracted to men, but you have a hatred towards men because of what your father did. That is dumb. That won't get you anywhere. That was an individual man that made an individual bad decision, that my mother persevered through that decision. And she stayed and she fought with her boys, and everybody go through ups and downs in life. And she stayed down. She didn't give us away. She stayed down. She got help from family. She got help from friends. She had to get on government assistance, but she kept the mindset to get the fuck off, because she was around a man that taught her freedom. You must be free. You must be able to plant corn. He didn't let my mom just sit up in the house. She knew how to plant corn, okra, collard greens. And he came back from them road trips. She grew a whole goddamn garden for him. And he went out and trapped and caught hogs and sold them bitches $300-400 a pop. He was living, and you couldn't tell him a damn thing. And no, you didn't see him on TV. And no, he wasn't no showboat nigga.
Capitone was
clearly he'll bust your ass from what I've seen. And it don't matter who it was, but I didn't know that. I know what I know. And I know that there's women that are going through that same situation, but that's no excuse to start hating all men. That's no excuse to turn your sons into what you think a good man is. You're going to turn them into a lady. You're going to turn your son into the worst version of a man that you think you're saving him from. America allowed a young man to go from a free lunch line, but through his hard work and determination and choices and his no quit attitude, he became the #1 draft pick. You can't tell me anything ain't possible in America. I don't give a fuck what you say. You could tell me 3,000 bad stories, and I got 3,000 to match them, and I might got another 3,000 on top. I got drafted into the NBA, and 5 of my brothers got drafted to prison. So you can't tell me this single mama household is such a great thing. We got to stop this ego shit and look at what's going on with these children. If you're going to put your ego in front of numbers, then you're a sick-some narcissistic, sick-some bitch. The numbers say something got to change. Fuck your feelings, adults. Something got to change. Our babies are losing. Our babies are dead last in every statistical category. While we singing, while we putting up trophies, while we saying take that, while we got money phones, while we got our swag on, our babies, if they look up white, black, Asian, Mexican, they look up every race. Why are our black males and our black girls at the bottom? But we lead all negative categories. And it's not because of us, black people. It's because the system and what they showing us in the media. It's because our school systems don't teach us anything that's going to help us in life. It's not a defect in the black race. It's a defect in the education. There's nothing wrong with us. When we was on our own and we was doing our thing, look at what we built. Look at when our focus was on feeding ourselves and our focus was on our children and our family. Look at what we built. Now our focus on appeasing the white man. Our focus is on joining the group and be accepted by P. Diddy and all these gatekeeping son bitches that we like. Well, if you ain't for the children, I don't like you. And you who I'm going to talk about. With all this money, us black people got collectively, there's no way we're not getting business plans from Devin George and going to duplicate that system that he's doing. There's no way. There's no way we still begging the police department that clearly has made laws against black folks. There's no way we still begging them when we can police our own neighborhoods. There's no way we don't see the difference of when they tore down Cabrini Green in Chicago and they tore down all them brownstones and cleaned them up in New York. There's no way we can't see the difference of how they serve their neighborhoods with them white folks in it and how they serve it with you in it. There ain't a motherfucking march or a protest or a damn thing you said has changed that yet. So why don't we focus on these children getting a better education so they don't have to go through the gatekeeping system that we know is in place right now? An 11-year-old kid, I'll say it again, 11-year-old kid kicked them people in the ass and cracked into the Swiss bank accounts. You don't think there's more 9-year-olds that can do that shit? These people are controlling us by fear and by keeping information out or from getting out. We need to find our child prodigies and don't let them send them to NASA and the CIA, send them to these classrooms and teach these kids. Everybody keeps saying I haven't come up with no solutions, but won't nobody say I'm wrong about that coding and having these kids teach these goddamn kids. Won't nobody challenge none of that. I went back and watched some old shows of them child prodigies, boy. And boy, them goddamn glow in these motherfuckers' eyes. Not motherfuckers, I'm sorry. That's just the way I talk. The glow in these children's eyes. And the way that they just see life and how bright they look. And how eager they are to talk and share it to you. It's amazing to fucking see. And after they go on them goddamn shows, you don't see these kids no more. You don't see these kids no goddamn more. Somebody who is a journalist, go look up all these kids. Self-taught. Self-taught. There's shows that's been on Murray and all these different television show. Let's go find where these kids, these young men and women work at now. Let's see if they're using our best, brightest minds in the right way. Let's see if they're using them to build missiles. So that other little kids don't crack their goddamn little safe. Little 11-year-old say, give me that from his computer. It's a goddamn shame. We scared of these kids. I'm not. I know they are our future. These kids are supposed to be teaching our next generation. It's a lot of adults. I'm telling you what it is. It's a lot of adults with no skill that are just with the go along, get along game, and they set them in position. And they know them kids will put their ass out of a job.
You're getting y'all game now. People game.
They hide in groups. Those kids will put the average teacher out of a job because they don't even pay the teachers no more to get excited. We used to have 1 or 2 teachers in our school that she was great. Wasn't even getting a good salary, but just you could just tell that was she was bred to do. She was patient with the kids. She was patient with all of us. Even if we was asking dumbass questions, you know what? No question is a dumb question. Let me explain to you what I meant by it, what I was saying. This is so nice. Then you get them goddamn teachers. Oh, fuck. Bend down. Let me talk to you. You know, because us black kids, we go into school 6'8", 6'1" in the 5th grade. Bend down. Let me talk to you. Emasculating these damn boys. You don't got to talk to him like that to tell him shit. Stand straight up. You tell him what the hell you want to tell him. We sing all these songs. Don't you know the children are our future? And everything we doing is against the kids to stop their future. It is no longer okay for a kid to come out of high school because it's so detrimental to his basketball development. I mean, we just so worried about the kid's development that you don't develop them and you call them a bust for 20 goddamn years. But these kids can't go make no money out of high school because y'all really concerned. You so concerned you had to develop a G League to make money off of them. You're so concerned that you had to rival LeVar Ball because that's what LeVar Ball was doing. You had to hurry up and jump into his market because he saw the dumb shit y'all was doing too. And he was making brands so that way the NCAA don't get all the money because these black boys are some bad motherfuckers. And every time they fill up these white schools, they sign over their likeness.
I heard them sign over their likeness.
Motherfucking institution don't give a fuck about your kids. Whole shit, no. We got all these NBA players and they're lasting 18 years, 20 years in the NBA out of high school. Vince Carter went for damn near, how old was Vince Carter when he stopped playing? The motherfucker looked like he played 2 more years. But he went to school for what, 3 years? Now that's 2 years. Now that's unnatural for somebody to play that long. Imagine if Vince Carter would have just came out of high school. LeBron James been in the league for damn near, boy, it's been so goddamn long, I can't even remember. And he looked like he got 10 years to go. Look how much money this young man gonna make. Kevin Durant went for 1 year, 6 months to a college. They made him go. But he gonna put in about goddamn, how many years you think he gonna put in? Tracy McGrady, if his back didn't go out, he would tear his ass up. Jermaine O'Neal, the list go on. Some badass motherfucking high school players. So they say, oh, hell no. We got to figure out a way to stop this shit. Hell yeah, 5 NBA players, 5 high schoolers went top 5, top 3. It was me, Sagana Job, Eddie Curry, Tyson Chandler. And David Lee, he went to college. Yeah. That's 5 black men, 4 black men walked into millions of dollars out of high school. Oh, hell to the no. Not around my people, he can't. So we gonna act like we want to help him. We want to help. We shouldn't be sending these boys from high school to college. They're not ready. It's just that they're not ready. We really care. We're not ready. Stephen A., go around the world to colleges and high schools and tell them how sorry these basketball players, Kwame Brown, that came out of high school, so they can sway the narrative, so they can make sure these bitches understand what we telling them. We trying to help though, but make sure you talk shit about them everywhere you go. Go to them colleges and high schools and talk shit about them everywhere you go, because we want to help this high school player. We want to help their development. We want to make sure we tell him 10 years in, he can't catch the ball. If I was in that crowd, I'd have been like, well, bitch, how did I just sign for $7 million? Why did the Lakers give me 3 years, $25 million? Why the fuck would they do some shit like that? Maybe they had stacks and analytics. And maybe that's what you don't want to talk about. And maybe that's why you was going to them colleges, because you want these young boys to not seem like they great enough to go do it. But you a goddamn lie. 6 months on a high school campus didn't teach Kevin Durant a goddamn thing. And it ain't teaching none of these goddamn players that's going on your campus for a couple of months. All it did was get Zion Williams' leg injured. And it made Duke a lot of fucking money. He been jumping like that. He been busting ass like that. And you some bitches tell a goddamn lie that you care about these kids and developing these kids. The NCAA take these kids' likeness and they make plenty of money off of them. And Zion Williams gonna forever be a Duke player. And his Duke jersey gonna sell like a motherfucker. And if he go to the Hall of Fame, and as soon as he pass away, his Duke jersey gonna go up, his NBA jersey gonna go up, everything gonna go up, and everybody gonna make money off of his likeness. Oh, but ain't nobody tell y'all that. It's just about somebody mad about being a busty butt.
See, don't forget, they don't own their name neither in the NBA. They don't own their name.
All of what you see is a simulation in a game to keep black folks distracted and to keep you fighting with each other. Now we got to fight with some of these gatekeeping son bitches because they got to get the fuck out the way. These white boys got their hand on their ass and in their pocket.
Yeah, I heard the man retarded.
I was gonna keep it together until you laugh. hey, why he made me laugh, dog? I was gonna go somewhere with this. You know, stop being baby guy. I don't fucking lost my train of thought now. He told me, don't mind me. I done lost my train of thought. Let me see if I can catch it back. How them battle rap niggas, they catch their stuff back. They rewind it.
So break it back, huh?
These white boys, we gotta argue with some of these black niggas. Be like T-Top. Run it back. Yeah. Hey, we got to argue with some of these niggas because these white boys got their hand on their ass and their hand in their pocket. And some of them texting allegedly about putting something down on something it shouldn't be down on. And it make a whole lot of sense now while you passing bunkies around and throwing dildos. Bitch ass nigga. Still think I'm crazy. Y'all crazy for allowing this shit to happen. And I'm gonna speak up and speak often. And if it's all inclusive, nobody should get mad and no one should get canceled. I'm gonna put a disclaimer up. This video is for educational purposes, and it's all based on my opinion. And for all of you smart jackasses that like to censor everyone's thoughts, last time I checked, an opinion is not a fact. You shouldn't give a fuck about my opinion, especially since I'm a bus.
Uh-oh.
I'm a dumbass nigga wearing a t-shirt that say mama's cooking. You shouldn't even care about me because my life is dirt and my life is over. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. I can't breathe. I got to get up out of here. You're a vain little bitch. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's easy. All these motherfuckers sound like that. Dr. Boyce. Yeah, I'm going to tell you. You know, yeah, I'm going to say something. And if you don't agree, you're just stupid. Get off my page because you're dumb. I only want the elite. I mean, I'm not an elitist, but I only want 10%. But if you think I'm an elitist, fuck it, I'm an elitist then. Double talking bitch. I don't know Kwame, but you know, when I look at him, he reminds me of that Jim Jones fella, the guy that just burned up people and killed people over there in Africa. But I don't really know him. But you know, I like what he's saying and everything he's saying. I like. But he reminds me of a Marxist. He a populist. Yeah, you know, I just think you know, he's just trying to control people with jokes and stupidity. You know, this is for the smart people. Smart people come over here. You know, all that. Anybody who follow him, they the reason what's wrong with the black community. We the reason what's something wrong with the black community. The nigga that's been in the black community his whole goddamn life. The nigga that's saying, I know what it looked like when coding was in schools. That the guy, I know some guys that was in them portables now. I'm talking about everybody who know from the South, when the kid ain't in the classroom with you and they out there in them portables and they call it LD classes. I know some guys that was in them portables and they was going to the tech Votech side of things. And they was telling us, go to college prep. Everybody got to be college prep. Matter of fact, in order to go to college, you can't have a dual diploma. When I was in there, you had to go straight to all the academic side. You couldn't have a dual diploma. Yeah, you couldn't do it. So you couldn't take wood shop and none of that. You had to do all kind of other shit. They made me take a dumbass cooking class, and that was one of the ones. Fuck, I need to know how to cook. Why would I want to work on this motherfucking engine? No, that class won't meet the requirement for college. What the fuck? They start telling us it's dumb to go Vortex. They had the educated people picking on the kids that was going to the classes and learning trades. So the very same kid that was in those portables and sweeping up the trash and shit while we was in class, we would be able to see them. They would have sticks picking up trash. That kid learned the trade, and that kid owned 4 houses and 3 companies right now. Because he can work his motherfucking ass off. And that's what it's about. It ain't about how much shit you can talk about, how smart you is. Fuck all that. How much money can you go make and bring it back home to your family and make your kids better than you were? But everybody mad at the guy who's saying the shit that you can actually look it up and prove it. Coding is not just our future. Coding is right now. And if the kids are our future, then why aren't they learning it? I wish one of these academia people, the churches or whoever else, just answer this. You don't gotta like nothing else I'm saying. You don't gotta like the cursing. You can try to use the angle that I'm attacking black people. Fuck all that. You black figureheads that's in place, you've been attacking black your whole time. You've been attacking the entire black race with this stupid shit that you've been saying and doing. Focusing on girls and leaving little boys over here to look up to what? To do what? Oh, they all got to be rappers and gangsters with their pants hanging off their ass, or they all better have a good jump shot, or Stephen A. can talk about them. Did you hear what I said? A kid was in high school in the LD, the learning disability classes. He learned 2 or 3 trades, and now he has a job. And he owns 2, 3 businesses. He owns landscaping businesses, owns 2, 3 houses. And he living better than all the people, much better than him. Because the whole time we were sitting there learning about some stupid motherfucker that they were lying about in history, he was out there learning how to work. He been working the whole time. He been learning trades. The mind is a beautiful thing. In some areas you might not be the best at, but in other areas you can be excellent at. And it ain't on nobody to tell you dumb. Fuck you. This guy been learning a trade and how to work for his whole 4 years in high school. And he has a better outcome that I can prove it to you. Now, y'all can't prove all this smart shit and degrees that y'all point up to the wall gets you any goddamn thing but Sally Mae in your pocket. They start you off in debt. Start you off in debt. I know women right now, they make $160,000 a year and got $90,000 college debt. They'll never finish paying that off. Everything look good. Everything sound good. But reality will bust you in the motherfucking ass. That's why we don't talk reality no more. We just talk what sound good. Just saying, don't get mad at me. I'll say again, this whole video is based on my opinion, based on the number of educated folks that I've heard call themselves educated in the world. They understand an opinion is like assholes. We all got them, and they all stink. So I do not need to be attacked. I do not need to be harmed. I do not need to be approached in a negative manner. Everything I said is based on an opinion of an old busty bus. Disclaimer over. Now, please leave me the fuck alone. Because in America, you some bitches told us we are free. We are free to have an opinion. Company policy can kiss my ass. We are free to have an opinion. Because as Americans, our opinion is supposed to be respected as a right that we can have. Our soldiers go fight and die up under this so-called freedom of speech. And every day we watching folks try to steal our freedom of speech. Do not send our soldiers to war no more for America if you're going to turn America into a place where we're not free to speak anymore. You're not going to step on the backs of these dead soldiers and pretend like it ain't been soldier after soldier that died up under the ideal that they was fighting for something greater than themselves. They were fighting so their kids, and they lost their life so their kids, and I can respect that. Shout out to anyone in the military. These people lose their lives, not because they want to. You know how brave you got to be to go over there saying, I'll lose my life if it protects my family. And it protects this set of ideals that America keeps saying to us, but they keep proving to us that they're lying. This ain't got nothing to do with no group. This ain't got nothing to do with none of that. Every time somebody hear a person talk, the only way they defeat the argument, oh, he with this group, he with that group. I ain't with shit. I'm with common goddamn sense, like an elder would talk. And an elder will tell you when you full of goddamn shit. Male or female elder. And this what's going on is full of shit. Soldiers go over there, fight and die for the Constitution that gives us a certain set of freedoms. And those freedoms are being infringed on every day. You're not giving our kids nothing that they can use, no meat, just a bunch of virtue signaling bullshit. We don't want to see no more hot sauce. We don't want to see no more motherfucking statues. We don't want to hear no more politicians talking about how much weed they smoke. We don't give a damn. It's time to see the results. It's time to stop talking. If anybody can debunk why we don't have coding in schools, bring your ass and tell me, please. And I might open some lines up. I might drop a link in the description box for later for all my naysayers and for anybody that want to talk. Why is coding not in schools? If you come to argue, I'm going to click your beta male bitch ass off faster than you can say hot you. If you don't have a logical argument on why trades are not good in schools and why coding would not help our children, if you don't have a logical argument against that, I'm clicking you off very quickly. Because guess what? If you are educated, there should be nobody in the queue. You know why? Educated people don't argue facts. And those two things are facts that can help these children. So I'll see you guys later. And I know it's going to be some dummies wanting to argue, but if they can find some research that show coding don't help children and trades don't help children, 3 trades wouldn't help a child, boy, Popeye sissy. So y'all have a beautiful day.
So yeah, y'all heard the man. Y'all heard the man. Y'all heard the man. It's all about them trades, you know. Teaching your kids code and stuff like that, like the man was just saying. Everybody I know that got trades doing a whole lot better off than anybody that got than a lot of people that got degrees. A lot of people with the degrees looking for work. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to just share what the man was talking about. Peace. I'll holler at y'all. Netkonnek.